The first tangible result of the relationship between ARM and Xilinx is the Zynq-7000 All Programmable SoC. That device combines a multi-core Cortex-A9 subsystem with programmable logic on the same piece of silicon. You have a completely programmable platform, and that allows you to get into the market very, very quickly. I think the other key thing is, if you're tracking into new markets, that the programmable logic gives you is, especially when both systems are combined on the same chip, you have an ability to protect your intellectual property. So you have an opportunity to enter a market, learn inside the market as it starts to evolve, and you're protecting your intellectual property in the FPGA. When everything is on one piece of silicon, you get the benefits of less off-chip accesses for people to snoop and see what's going on, and therefore derive what's going on in the programmable logic. And clearly you get benefits in terms of improved performance and improved power. I think the relationship and our excitement behind the partnership with Xilinx is that the Zynq product will take ARM technology into new spaces. Last year, in 2012, ARM's partners shipped 8.7 billion units of devices. So we're clearly doing quite a few things right. However, there are markets where the level of security is such that a single chip would be far more beneficial than a multiple chip solution. We see places where the processing capability in terms of bit manipulation that the FPGA can provide, and combining that with a processor, is going to give much higher levels of performance than if you do it in discrete devices. So we see places like vision systems, embedded vision for factory automation, surveillance subsystems. We see incredible growth around safety electronics in the new emerging classes of vehicles that are coming out with things like advanced driver assistance systems. We see a broad set of areas of communications where maybe historically there have been multiple chips on a piece of on a board, and the ability to bring that down onto a single piece of silicon and do things far more efficiently and in a much tighter board space are going to be things that people haven't been able to do before. In the mobile space, ARM is very well known for having the operating systems that the mobile space cares about, like Android and historically Symbian and Windows Phone. But in the Cortex-A9 has been very widely licensed, and what that breadth of adoption brings is a wide set of third-party software companies that are familiar with the technology. So the operating systems, the tools that embedded designers need are available on that Cortex-A9 platform. And whether that's a real-time operating system from Wind River, whether that's a tools flow from ARM or from Mentor Graphics, those fundamental building blocks are there. And one of the great things that Xilinx has done is work very early with those partners to adapt those tools so that not only does it support the processor subsystem, but it is also ready there to harness whatever technology the customers of Xilinx put into the programmable logic. As you start to see the Zynq technology roll out into the embedded market, you're going to see incredibly interesting uses of ARM technology. One of my exciting things that I'm waiting to see, and I challenge the people watching this video, is to come up with creative ways of how that programmable logic can be used around an ARM core. We have a highly efficient processor subsystem. You've got some programmable logic there, and I think this is going to take ARM technology into new markets that we haven't even thought about. As people start to look at new areas of user interfaces, whether that's gesture recognition, audio, speech recognition and things like that. We're going to see new areas of cars, and we're going to see new areas of industrial. We're going to see new areas of opportunity in healthcare. And I think the technology, the platform that is Zynq, which includes the Cortex-A9's multi-core subsystem and the programmable logic, really is an opportunity to challenge the system designers watching this video to see how creative they can be.